gained traction with hundreds of thousands of potential voters through social media.
What has occurred during this campaign is a lot of information being put out there, including by some who know that it is not true.
It's safe to say this was on nobody's bingo card for the referendum campaign. Anthony Albanese coming out to dismiss talk of a UN plot to take over Australia.
I've seen stuff saying that all private ownership would disappear, that it is about the United Nations taking control of Australia.
What the Prime Minister is referring to here is a conspiracy theory that's been spreading online, which claims the voice to Parliament is the first stage of a UN invasion of Australia. It's a claim that was spotted among the hundreds of placards at anti-voice rallies in September. But this false theory started online months ago.
When the UN soldiers, peacekeepers, police, acting on behalf of the Aboriginal tribes, turn up and take ownership and jurisdiction over your property, they'll have it because you said yes.
This video has been viewed at least 500,000 times online since it was posted to Facebook in August.
This is urgent and we need as many eyes on this as possible.
It was produced by prolific conspiracy theorist Nicola Charles, who goes by the name White Rabbit. If that name and face is familiar, that's because Nicola Charles was once a star on Neighbours in the 1990s.
Anyone booked in for later?
No, it's pretty clear, so I'm going to get to go home on time for a change.
Her 17-minute video runs through a list of false claims about The Voice, chief among them that the voice to Parliament would result in a UN coup.
This is an invasion by the one world government, the UN.
ABC Investigations has tracked how the video spread online. It was reposted dozens of times in Australian local community Facebook groups and other spaces discussing the referendum, and has now been shared more than 25,000 times. By comparison, during that time, the most shared video post by Fair Australia, which runs the official No campaign, was shared almost 17,000 times, as was a video published by One Nation leader Pauline Hanson. The Yes campaign's top video has only been shared 3,800 times.
The United Nations are represented as a globalist agenda, so a faceless elite who are working behind the scenes to take away national sovereignty. And basically in the context of this video, they're being represented as seeking to invade Australia. The fact that the Prime Minister's had to address it at all speaks to the spread and the extent of the spread of this material, but also its danger, its dangerous potential.
Nicola Charles' claims are at the extreme end of lies being spread about the voice to Parliament, but other conspiracy theories about the UN and Australians losing sovereignty and property have gone mainstream in recent months.
The Human Rights Commission has been trying to get Australian governments to legislate the declaration. Now, there are 46 separate articles, and the ones that everyone at home should be very concerned about are the ones that suggest there should be a separate Indigenous nation within Australia, a separate Indigenous government, separate Indigenous economy, rules, law, institutions.
I think the reason why the conspiracy theory is successful or is popular online is because a lot of people are worried about what is going to happen if the voice succeeds. Emotions run high when you are not sure about something and you can't find an answer. So that's when conspiracy theories tend to take root.
Even the Prime Minister's comments dismissing the UN conspiracy have been co-opted for a new piece of misinformation shared online, thanks to some selective editing, removing some important context.
There is worse information on question in some social media as well about the world conspiracies of the United Nations will control all land in Australia. All land. You will lose private ownership of everyone's home will go with a yes vote. It's just absurd.
Please share this. Please warn everyone.
The true impact of this conspiracy is hard to measure. but it's already done its job of seeding confusion and doubt in the minds of many Australians deciding whether to vote yes or no.